You are connecting with what makes your spirit feel lighter, more satisfied, like there is something that is being answered that had not been previously. And so this is where many people begin the spiritual journey. Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. Welcome to my channel where I bring forward messages of love and support from higher dimensional frequencies and bring them into a voice channel, and also create incredible pieces of art like the one behind me that are filled with light codes, glyphs, and activations for you in your spiritual awakening journey. Today, I'm sharing something that's quite unique, and it was unique to me even after doing readings and light code paintings for years, and that is having the entire process happening at the exact same time. Now, I've had people ask me before, what is it exactly that you do, or what exactly is it that happens during a channeled reading? And so I'm very grateful to the person that did commission this reading, who is allowing it to be shared with you today in its entirety. There are incredible messages that come forward in this, and you actually get to see the entire process from the beginning, including a grounding and meditation exercise, which helps you to release any tension and stress that you might have been holding in your body, and then feeling into that space of being quiet and open to hear messages that are going to support you in your day-to-day playing around in the earth experience. Because as fun and wonderful as our spiritual and esoteric lives are, we're still living on the earth. And some days things can be challenging. We can get depressed or anxious or feel very high and light and full of energy and not grounded. And sometimes it's really good to have a way to access a bit of support from spirit, but in a way that we can actually relate to. So that's what this is about today. Now, if you have the time, I invite you to come along on the full experience. Get yourself in a place where you feel warm and at the perfect comfortable temperature for you and undisturbed for 45 minutes, then that's perfect. And if not, or if you just want to hear the message from the Antarians, or maybe you just want to enjoy the meditation today, feel free to check out the chapters below and you can go directly to the part that's resonating with you. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or ask any questions. And if you have any comments, I answer all of them. I love to talk to you guys, so let me know what you think, or if you have any questions about the process or the work as it happens. Okay, let's get ready to do it, and I'm excited to share this with you guys, and I will catch you at the end of the video. Hello, welcome to your reading. I'm doing something unique today, and I'm actually shooting the painting process of the incoming codes as I'm channeling. I got called to do it this way. I don't know why. I'm going to do it this way and see how it goes. So you get to actually watch it in action, which is unique and kind of fun. So I'm going to start with just a grounding and relaxation exercise very quickly, just to get into the headspace, and then I'm going to bring through the group that wants to connect with you, and then as I'm channeling, I'm going to actually do the painting of the light codes as we get through. Okay. So wherever you're at, feel your body on the surface that is supporting you, whether that's your bum in a chair or on the floor, if you're lying down, relaxing, if you're listening to this in bed before going to sleep, wherever it is that you are, take a moment, take a deep breath, and as you release, just allow yourself to feel where you're actually physically touching the surface that is supporting you. So big breath in and just relax. And we're going to do a quick body scan. I'm going to go from the top of your head down to your toes, and as I name different areas, allow yourself to feel any energy moving, whether it is holding and releasing anything that's tight and tense, or whether it might be a feeling of lightness and release, or perhaps anything physical like tingling or pressure or any sensations. So again, we're going to take a big breath, and as we release the big breath, we're going to imagine that our energy, our consciousness is coming back into the body, and we're going to allow ourselves to focus on the root chakra, which is just above your tailbone. And we're going to just let the energy focus there, and then imagine that there is a cord of light that is extending down into the earth to ground you, to support you. It's going to keep you tethered so that you don't feel during this process that you are floating away or that there is any disconnection from the earth. And it will allow you to feel comforted and supported as these messages come in for you. Now, whatever visualization you have is perfect for you. It could be imagining a cord of golden light going down to the center of the earth. It could be imagining sinking down into a warm, comfortable space and getting a hug from a female friend or a mom or mother figure or anybody that you feel safe and comforted by. You might see a huge sphere or crystals or tree roots. Whatever it is that you are connecting with is perfect. So let's take a big breath, and then as we release, we're just going to focus on that root chakra and then letting our energy go down into the earth. So big breath in and release. And another breath in and release, and visualize with your eyes closed a connection of your energy all the way down into the earth. Very safe, comfortable place. Feels very happy, secure, connected, a little bit heavy and grounded. And now that we're in that space, we're just going to do an energy sweep of anything that might have been gathered for the day, starting at the top of your head, and imagine there is your favorite color of light shining on you. And as I go through the different areas, we imagine that beam of light is very gently scanning down your body, and as it gets to different areas, anything that's been tense or tight or holding you back or giving you any feeling of density is just going to release down through that grounding cord down into the earth. So the top of your head, scanning down over your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, ears, nose, cheeks, mouth, down your neck, your collarbone, shoulders, over your sternum and your chest, upper arms, your elbows, going down over your stomach, your heart center, your higher heart center, scanning down into your lower abdomen, your forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, down over your waist, lower abdomen, groin area, your hips and your buttocks, front of your thighs and your quads, back of your legs, your knees, your calf muscles down to your shins and your toes, and give your toes a little wiggle. Let any of the energy that's been stagnant and is now releasing down into the earth, just give it a little tousle, say goodbye, and there it goes. And now I invite you to surround yourself with energy of love and comfort, whether that is a visage of somebody that's here in this earth lifetime with you now that you feel comfortable and safe with, whether that is someone who has passed on, or any of the spiritual guides or friends, ascended masters, angelics, or galactic groups that you are working with. Elementals are coming through too. So any of those groups that are working with you, ask them to step forward and surround you so that you feel safe and comforted in this space. know that all messages that come through are from a connection with energies that are benevolent only. There are only messages of love and support in this space. And when the session is completed, any connections to those energies will be disconnected and you will return to your sovereign state in balance, relaxed, and comfortable. And I invite my own group, my higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Saint Germain, and Jabal Kul. And into this safe space we go. And for me, I always visualize it as a beautiful space full of warm light, white light, comfortable. And for me, I see sitting on comfortable cushions on the floor. It's beautiful hardwood floor, and cross beams in the top of the room, and natural light coming in, perfect temperature. And into this room, which is a sacred space, I invite you to visualize yourself in a place that feels comfortable. And I pull forward an invitation to connect with a group who wish to speak to you today. And this is the Antarians. And so I invite the Antarians to work with me today. And be gentle with me, guys. I haven't done this in this way in a while, so bring through the messages, but remember that we are in the third dimension and I'm also doing your Lightcode painting, so we'll work together to do that. So I invite you to come through to bring forward messages of love and support and to bring through an anchoring of this energy into the third dimension in this Lightcode painting of your energy signature. And yeah, that's it. So I invite you to speak with me in tandem. You can use my voice, but you cannot take over, and I will be present also asking questions if I need to. Okay? Okay, here we go. Greetings. We are representatives from the Antarian Council of Light. We step forward into this now moment, into this exciting experience. What a joy to be here in this third dimensional realm. What a joy to be painting and to bring codes of light into your physical existence. We see these beautiful colors. We see this light, this creativity, this energy, and we are excited to bring it forward. Dearest, we are connected to you through a pod of light, of being. You may have already begun to work with us on your own, and this is a confirmation, a validation of your connection with us at this time. These are connection points of light and anchoring the energies of our message to you in this moment. We are grateful for this experience to come, and we have energy to share. This is an energy, dear, that you may be familiar with already. In fact, we know that you have been questioning much on your journey, for it has been happening very rapidly and in a succession of energy, movement, and activity that have been building up for a time. You are in a place of learning of the trust and the ability that you have within your innate self. It has always been there, and now with the energies that are present on the planet, as all are connecting, all are raising the consciousness of the beings of light on the planet, there is an opportunity for you to have stepped into a higher vibration. Please know that this does not mean that it has been a poor choice previously. No, of course not. It is simply that you were enjoying a lower density where you had an option to have experiences that you could not have had previously. And why is this, you may be asking? Why is it that I feel a sense of suffering amongst the other beings on the earth? Why do I feel this sense of empathy and like I don't belong, or like I am unconnected, that I wish to be connected, but I do not know how to create that space for myself? This is part of the journey that you have had so that you could have an understanding of the others who are to come after you, the others who will be experiencing what you experienced. Do you see? For without having done that yourself, you would have no way to relate to them with your natural empathy, with your state of beingness. For you are a naturally empathic being, but you are also a very curious being because you are connected to our energy. You are part of a galactic group that is connected to us. Now, we do not necessarily use the name Antarian. This is a word, an existence of a place within the third dimension that is related to an energy that you sense from us. And by you, we mean those on the earth plane who have connected with the energy that we have. And so simply it is a name. So we say this to you, not as a disclaimer, but more as an explanation as to why previously it might not have been something you related to, something that you perhaps hadn't heard of before. And when you first hear, you wonder and question yourself, is this a valid connection? Is there such a thing as star people, star beings, galactic groups, galactic races? Well, the answer is yes. But the answer is also no, because we do not often exist in your third dimensional reality. What we offer is an experience to those who are in our higher dimensional frequency, to reincarnate and to work with humanity in a way that allows them to feel that they are contributing, which is why you feel this overwhelming need to contribute, to reach out, to find others that are like you, and to wonder, where is your place in this? How is it that you will be assisting and helping? But it is also a wonderful opportunity for you to be on a free will planet where you have the freedom of choice within what the human likes to call the third dimensional, and since the writing of the sisters that created this Matrix movie, you now call it the Matrix. But again, it is really simply almost like what your human experience would call a movie. You are in the movie and experiencing it as you go through. And you have within the movie free will to create different choices, different scenarios, and to move forward in different directions. Now, of course, as the human with a smaller experience, with restrictions that are paramount to this particular experience, for in this experience, you have agreed to have very basic terms, such as the humans look a particular way, they have particular options, they have a limited lifespan. The Earth that you are on in this timeline has a blue sky, has gravity, such things as feels what is commonly taken for granted, because it is a way of being that has always been there. But it is not so in all other dimensions and places of existence. And so this is an opportunity for you to try something where there are experiences that you could not have had in other dimensions. And so part of why you feel an affinity towards us and our energy is that you are connected to us as part of a group who are here, who are working with the consciousness of the earth at this time, who are working to create understanding and a sense of beingness for those who are coming in and are ready to do much of the groundwork. And this is part of your calling, part of the work that you are here to do, is to have a soft space for them, because the work that they are here to do is challenging. It is work that is, in the greater sense, enjoyable and will be viewed in a return to other dimensions as a joy and an excitement and an opportunity that was long awaited. However, the human existence is very small and focused, and so it may seem challenging. You yourself have experienced this. You yourself have had many times where you have questioned what you are doing here on this earth, why you are doing the work that you are doing, why you have a sense of longing or feeling that there is more, that there is something else to be connected to. And so now you are connecting and feeling, this is something worth exploring. Is it valid? Is it not? Is it another, what you'd like to call rabbit hole of playtime and experience? Or is it something that will last longer? The choices are, of course, entirely up to you. You are here to have the experience that is right for you. And so this is where there is a challenge for many of you who come into this timeline. You have a sense that things are not moving as quickly as they should be, or that there is some grand plan that you feel you are missing out on. But this is not the case, for you are constantly evolving, constantly moving forward, constantly in flux. Part, again, of the beautiful joy of the free will planet, where you are allowed to experience many things, and in fact, many things at the same time. So part of why you are connecting with us and why we wanted to connect with you was to give you a sense of safety and relaxation, and to know that your explorations are valid, to know that the choices you have made up until now were required for you to do any of the work you wish to do moving forward. Again, it is free will, so if you decide it is not for you in a short term or a long term, that is perfectly good, because you will be trying something different, something new, and that is really the purpose that many seek for most of their lives as the human reincarnated, is simply to be here to experience. And so this is where much trouble, much strife can come from, because many individuals are feeling that they are not contributing in the way that they feel that they should be, or that there is some grand plan that they have missed out on, that there is some sort of written canon of information that is a standard that they have somehow missed on. But it is not true. You write the stories of your experience. You write the chapters in your life. Now, of course, just like coming to a free will planet that has a preset amount of options, you have agreed to have certain... Guys? I think that it's just a blip. Yes, we come back. We are taking a moment with the energies. And so we were addressing that there was a many-personed belief that you must do a certain set of work, that you must create in a way that is specific, or that you must be helping in a way that is specific. And we are really here to tell you that no, that is not the case. What many expect is to somehow have a connection with what they term something other. So feeling that those that they call star beings or star races are something other, who have more knowledge, who have a better insight, a better understanding. But this is not the case. We are of a higher dimension, a higher frequency. We do have access to more information, but we are not the source itself. We are not the library of endless information, but rather we are simply existing in a higher timeline with a faster, what you would call faster, vibration. Now, this conduit loves to use this example, so we will share it as well. It is similar to if you were to look at a hummingbird, and you know that the hummingbird's wings are moving so fast that they blur to your eye. If you were to slow them down, then you would see them flapping. And so for the hummingbird, it is existing in a different time and space than the human. The hummingbird's life is shorter compared to the human, but for the hummingbird, it is the right time. For the hummingbird, it is moving in a completely different vibration and different speed. And so we are the same. Now, the point of bringing this is that, again, whilst we are with different information and we have access to different experiences than the human at this point, it is also important to know that we are not here to tell you how to live your life. We are not here to tell you what to do. There are overarching themes and concepts that are within different star races. And so this is true, just as there are different themes and overarching connections with the human race and how they work and think. Very similar, yes? However, it is not for us to come and say, Shauna, you should be doing this and that and the other, or that you are not doing it the way that is required or that is contributing to your soul path. No, these are options for you. We are simply here to guide you and to give you information as you are moving into this new experience that you call the spiritual awakening. It is a very exciting time, mostly because as the curious soul, you understand that there is much to learn, much that you have not heard of before. Again, the concept of the rabbit hole that the humans love to say, because you have not had the moments to try things that are in a different vibration. Again, like the hummingbird's wings, these are not options that were available to you previously because you were not in that vibration. You were not exposed to that information and energy, and you were having an experience in a different vibration. So, for instance, if you are having an experience that is very challenging, you are working, let's say you have a career that you are finding is supporting you financially, but emotionally and spiritually, you are feeling completely drained, perhaps physically as well. And it leaves you feeling very discordant because the society is telling you there is a need to do things in a certain way and you have been doing it, but it does not resonate anymore. It does not feel correct. And so you move away from that and you feel an overwhelming sense of lightness, a joy that you had not had before. And this is part of the spiritual experience because you are connecting with what makes your spirit feel lighter, more satisfied, like there is something that is being answered that had not been previously. And so this is where many people begin the spiritual journey. And as you do, your vibration increases. You are coming into contact with different ideas and information that reside at a higher frequency. And so it is an interesting time because You are finding, on one hand, an excitement to finally be feeling connected to something perhaps that you have always felt but could not quite put your finger on. Perhaps you are feeling a sensation of awareness, perhaps a shift in the way that you think and how you act. You are finding that there is a leaving behind of those who were previously part of your life in an important way. But now that is leaving. And this is because they are on their own journey. They are in their own frequency, and they are on their way in a different way that you are. They are simply taking a different road. It does not mean it is better. It does not mean it is worse. You are simply on a different journey. And this is where many in this spiritual movement are finding themselves quite challenged. This is where you can have a deep dive into what you call the dark night of the soul, because it is very challenging sometimes to let go of those who have been very close to you, who now suddenly do not resonate. And it is not for you to tell them what to do or how to do. And this is where many fall into a bit of a side road, because you want so desperately for them to come with you. You want them to know that there is all this information and all of these exciting ideas and concepts. But again, they are on their own path. And would you take that away from them? Would you take away the discovery, the journey, the excitement that you had, simply because you want them to be with you at the same time? And this is part of the spiritual journey. This is very much part of your movement from one state of vibration to another. And as you begin to understand who you are and what is working for you in your life, what you find information that is lifting you up, that is making you feel excited, that you all wish to delve into further, this is the beginning of trusting your intuition and this wonderful world of what is called discernment, understanding what information is coming forward that is valid to you. No longer are you blindly following what you are told. No longer are you simply listening to what is coming to you through other sources and not questioning it. Now you can step back and say, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to connect with. It feels very good in my body. I feel lifted up. I have energy. I am excited. I feel like I want to move forward. Yes, do you know this feeling? As opposed to finding information that you are curious about, but something doesn't feel quite right. You might be very excited, but you are now in your mind, and your mind wants to move you forward, but your body might be saying, no, I don't like this information. I don't like what I'm being told. I don't believe that this is true. I wish to understand more. I wish to use my discernment as to what I believe and what comes into my energy field, and to let go of what does not. This is a very important point, a very important part of your movement into the space of working with others. For you must be in a space of understanding that all are on their own journey and that all have the right to choose their own beingness. This is how you have your freedom of choice. This is how you have the expression of who you are as a being in this timeline. And how exciting is that, no? How exciting is it to know that things can shift and change and that you have not been doing anything wrong. In fact, you have been doing everything right. Everything right, because up to this moment, you are gathering information and experiences that you can use moving forward. How else would you have such a deep, insightful connection with others? Because you have had the same relationship. You have had the same experiences. You know how they are feeling because you have felt it yourself. And so this is part of your journey at this moment, is that you are gathering experiences. You are playing. You are in The world between the worlds, as the author C.S. Lewis had written, because this conduit loves the visual. So we will share it with you if you are not familiar. That there is a world, and on this world are thousands of puddles, and every puddle is a portal into a new world of information and experience. And this, my friend, is where you are. It is an exciting place. You are on the precipice of discovery, and how exciting to choose where you wish to put your time and your energy. So this is the beauty of this time for you. This is the beauty of these experiences, because you can choose what you like. You can explore, you can play, you can see what works and what does not. And if it does not feel right to you, then you can say, I am learning who I am as a being. I am learning what works, and I find I don't like this, and I am simply letting it go. I am finding that I am being told certain things that I have always believed, and it does not feel right anymore. I want to question what I am being told, and then I will decide for myself. I will find other information, I will find other sources, and then that which feels correct for me is what I will hold on to. And in doing so, I do not need to judge others. I do not need to share my opinion. I am simply exploring for myself. And as I do, I discover that there are many others that are also exploring, and they themselves are in a similar place. And this is where the joy of community comes from. This is where the joy of connection comes from. Just as we are connecting this part of this painting with these codes and this light, one to the other become the same, and then they are part of a larger whole. And this is what you are doing on the earth at this time. And as you do, and you begin to experience and move through your life, you are teaching others by the example that you are setting. Do you see? And so this is where part of the energy that you had decided to bring forward in this timeline comes into play. Because your experiences are teaching those around you. You are someone who is exploring. You are following your intuition. You are learning what is your discernment, what you like and what you do not like. And so people who are not doing that, or who wish to do it and do not know how, may watch you from afar. And it may be as simple as being in the grocery store. But the energy of you, the experiences of you are there. And humans are, at their core, energetic beings. And the energy of you is connecting with others. And so they begin to feel the higher vibration. And this is exactly what has happened with you. You are connecting with others, other ideas, other information, and so you become what is called entrained into that energy field. And within that energy field, you may say, I really enjoy what I am finding here. Or you may say, this is interesting, but it is not for me. I shall try something new. And so this is all part of the journey and the joy of being human in this now moment. And so there we say, we have brought through these beautiful codes of light, this wonderful information. It is now here for you to look at, to connect with, and to say, I remember when the Antarians came to speak with me and they brought through this information, and I remember that I have the freedom of choice within this earth life, and I remember that I am doing everything exactly the way that I am meant to be doing it. And how joyful is that? We thank you for connecting with us today. We thank you to this conduit for allowing us to bring forward our information into this now moment, to bring forward this energy of light and joy and the message of being at ease. And we are grateful to be here with you. We are representatives from the Antarian Council of Light, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay, thank you for being on the journey with me. That was really fun. Now, let's come back into our physical body if you aren't already. Rub your thumbs over your fingertips and allow yourself to concentrate on the physical. You might feel very light and airy, like you were floating and flying. I am a little bit, and that's okay. And we're going to bring that energy back down. Bring your physicality back into your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Allow yourself to come back into your body. When it feels right, open your eyes. Allow yourself to feel that connection with Mother Earth. And with gratitude, we say thank you to Mother Earth Gaia for connecting with us, holding us safe, keeping us tethered while we were doing a little floating around and listening to that energy coming through. And we can release that connection, knowing that we are always grounded to the earth, but that we do not need to be that deeply tethered at this moment. If you were lying down, gently begin to move, maybe stretch, feel any sensations in your body, pay attention to them. And if you are feeling a little lightheaded, that's okay, that's kind of normal. And just move very gently. I say thank you to all of the spirit energies that were here, keeping us safe and grounded. My gratitude to the Antarians that came through, my gratitude to all of my spirit group and to Shauna's spirit group. With love and respect and joy, we break this connection between our higher selves. All the energy that is Shauna and her group go back to her. All the energy that is me and my group come back to me, and we are now sovereign and separate beings, whole, intact, balanced, and at peace. I thank you again for the opportunity to do this reading with you. Please let me know how you're doing. Please drink a lot of water if you can in the next few hours or even over the next day. The water will help to release toxins, but also to ground any of the energies and messages that come through. If you're feeling a little lightheaded, reach for some grounding food, things like root vegetables and nuts and live food like lettuces, carrots, etc. Really good to help you feel connected. All right, thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. So there we have the finished painting and an incredible message from the Arcturians. I personally feel very, very grateful to be able to do this work. I love bringing forward different groups and their interest and support and ideas and just the love that they have for us, because every time I do a reading, it has wonderful messages like that. And I'm very grateful today to be able to bring that to you, and I hope that you found it helpful. If you are looking for some support, some help, some insight for yourself, you can always check out my website, which is lightcodearts.com, and get information on readings or book a reading if you'd like. And I just wanted to say thank you again for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you've got any comments or questions, pop them in below. I answer everybody. And you know what? I really love to hear from you guys. I really do. It's my favorite thing about doing this channel. And thank you so much for being here today. If you want to hear more from the Arcturians, I have a playlist up here that you can check out, or just check out any of the other channeled messages and light code art that has come through. Wherever you end up is exactly where you're meant to be. And I'm so glad that it happened to be with me today on my channel. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm Tanya. I'm a channeler of spirit, and I am so happy to bring forward messages of love and support for you on your spiritual journey. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.